Good morning. Myself, Dr. M. Takle, working as Associate Professor in Sharad Institute of Technology, College of Engineering, at Rao Itsaganji. Today, here we are to discuss introduction to hydraulics and pneumatics. Hydraulics and pneumatics plays a major role in a mechatronic system. In a mechatronic system, in last lecture, we studied that in a center there is a mechanical system and in the right side there is a sensors, that is digital sensor and analog sensor, and to the left hand side there is actuator, that is linear actuator and digital actuator. Now, and in the bottom microprocessor is there. In a center mechanical system is there, and in a mechanical system hydraulics and pneumatics plays major role. The main difference between hydraulic and pneumatic is, in hydraulics we are using oil as a working media, whereas in pneumatics we are using air as a working media. And hydraulic systems are used where high pressure requirement is there or high forces are there, like punching and blanking. And pneumatic systems are used where low pressure or low forces are there, like in the pick and place applications or to move the low weight objects. Is the major difference between hydraulics and pneumatics, and this plays an important role in a mechatronic system, that is in a mechanical system. I will say that without hydraulics and pneumatics, mechanical system will not be complete. Here we are going to see what are hydraulics and pneumatics. First we will see what is hydraulics. Hydraulic is the study of fluids in motion and how they can be used to transmit power. Both hydraulic and pneumatics, in which they are used to transmit power. In a case of hydraulics, more power transmission takes place. In case of pneumatic, less power transmission takes place. In hydraulics, fluid is used, normally means called as oil. Hydraulic oil is used in a motion, and this oil is used to transmit power. And in a pneumatic is the study of gases in motion and how they can be used to transmit power. I already told that in a pneumatic system, air is used, that is gases is used in a motion, and they are used to transmit power. That is, there is a transmission of linear actuator or there is a transmission of rotary actuator. The piston moves from one position to another position with the help of movement of that gases, or that is simply we will say that with the help of that air. Now, in a hydraulic we are using fluid, and in a pneumatic we are using air for the transmission of power. Now, hydraulics and pneumatics are both forms of fluid power, which is versatile and powerful way to transmit energy. In hydraulic and pneumatic, fluid power is used. This is nothing but the industrial fluid power. Fluid is used for transmission of power. And in hydraulic and pneumatic are both of fluid power, that is both form of fluid power, which is versatile, which are versatile in nature and powerful way to transmit energy. We can transmit power or energy in a powerful way. Now, normally the power transmission takes place in hydraulics or pneumatics is like that. Particularly in hydraulics, power tank is there through which oil is lifted to solenoid valve. Through that, pump and motor arrangement, and through solenoid valve there may be a flow control valve with non-return valve, and that goes to the piston head end, and from tail end the oil returns to the tank. Now if we want to change the position to transmit power, in this case we are used a pressure line connected to A and that return line B connected to tank. When we want to change this direction from pressure line to B and return line to tank, we are using solenoid valves there, and that solenoid valves operate by a controller. There is a input feedback from sensor to the input port of PLC, and from output port of PLC, that is called as a controller, output port of PLC is connected to the solenoid valve, and when solenoid valve is operates, the spool of direction control valve is going to operate, and as the spool is operates, there is a change in position of spool takes place. So change in position is there. Previously pressure line is connected to A port and return line is connected to tank, and with the help of that spool arrangement, spool movement, because of that solenoid valve, pressure line is connected to B and return line is connected to tank, and through which that energy transmission takes place. The main principle of hydraulic and pneumatics. The hydraulics and pneumatic systems work on the principle of Pascal law. The Pascal law states that pressure applied to a confined liquid is transmitted equally in all directions. Normally it states that the intensity of pressure remains same in all directions. Suppose from pump one outlet is there and we are connecting, if suppose the system is working on a 50 bar, we are adjusting that pressure to pressure gauge to 50 bar, and suppose only one pressure line is there and which is connected to cylinder number 1, we will say cylinder number 1, the pressure to the input port of that cylinder is a 50 bar, and once the pressure is reached to 50 bar, the pressure relief valve opens and the oil from tank is again returned to the return line to that pressure relief valve. When we are using two cylinders, I will say cylinder number 1 and cylinder number 2, and only one tank is there through which pressure line is there, and through connecting through T, two output ports are there, that is for cylinder number 1 and cylinder number 2. When we are applying pressure through pump, pressure is there. The pressure in the cylinder number 1 is a 50 bar and the pressure in the cylinder number 2 is again a 50 bar. Means the intensity of pressure remains same in all directions. Suppose we are using 3 cylinder, 4 cylinder, n number of cylinders. The intensity of that pressure remains same in all directions. So this hydraulics and pneumatic system working on that principle, that is principle of Pascal law, and that principle is nothing but the intensity of pressure remains same in all directions. So we can use that pressurizer oil to single cylinder or n number of cylinder, the intensity of pressure remains same. Here we will see the important components or major components of hydraulic and pneumatic system. I already told that pressurized oil to the cylinder go through various ways, and these are the various components which plays major role in a hydraulic and pneumatic system. Hydraulic and pneumatic system typically consists of following components. These are the main following components are there. First component is a pump. In a hydraulic system, reservoir is there, and in the reservoir, pump is there, and pump is operated by motor, and we are giving electric connection to the motor. When motor rotates, pump operates. Normally gear pumps are used or other types of pumps are there used in hydraulic system. That pump through the pressurized oil to the direction control valve, or in between there is a pressure relief valve is there, direction control valve. After the direction control valve there is a flow control valve with a non-return valve. This pump generates the pump generates the pressure in the system. The required pressure is generated by pump. Suppose the system pressure is set to 50 bar, then the pump generates the pressure in the system, and that pressure goes to the cylinder head, cylinder end. It may be tail or it may be head end, depends on the circuit. So pumps are normally used to generate the pressure in the system. Second important component is reservoir. The reservoir stores the fluid. Reservoir is nothing but tank in which we are storing the fluid. I already told that in hydraulic system oil is used. In a pneumatic system compressor is used. In a compressor there is a reservoir in which pressurized air is used. Air is stored. Normally, if suppose system is required 10-liter oil, the reservoir is normally 3 times that total oil requirement. So normally reservoir is a 3 into 10 liter, that is 30 liter. We are storing that fluid in a reservoir having 30 liter capacity. This is the thumb rule. Then next important part is actuator. The actuator converts the fluid power into mechanical motion. Normally we are using cylinder, that may be linear cylinder or rotary actuators in hydraulic and pneumatic system. Considering the example of linear actuator, to move a component from one part to second part, or in hydraulic press, that is punching or blanking operation, we are using actuators, that is linear actuators, hydraulic actuators. And rotary actuators are also used. Suppose the high pressure molding line is there, and to rotate the mold, that is to rotate the drag, the rotary actuator is used to rotate that drag by 180 degree. Similarly, to move small pressurized or small weight components, linear pneumatic actuators are used, and in a foundry to remove the burr of that parting line, we are using pneumatic rotary actuator because which works on the high RPM. And normally these actuators converts the fluid power into that mechanical motion, that is forward and reverse motion or rotary motion. For this purpose actuators are used. There are some major advantages of hydraulics and pneumatics. We will see one by one. Hydraulics and pneumatics offer several advantages over other forms of power transmissions. There are other power transmission devices are there, but hydraulics and pneumatics offer several advantages over them, and which are high power density. Hydraulics and pneumatics system can transmit a lot of power for their size and weight. For high power density purpose, hydraulic pneumatic plays major role to transmit lot of power for their size and weight. In hydraulics normally are used for high power transmission purpose or high weight purpose or high power purpose. So this hydraulic system transmit a lot of power for their size and weight. Versatility. The main advantage of hydraulic and pneumatic system is these both systems are versatile in nature. Hydraulics and pneumatic system can be used to perform a wide variety of tasks including linear motion, rotary motion and clamping. I will take one example, as I already told that it is a versatile system considering that hydraulic linear motion is possible. that is movement in a punching and blanking, we are using that linear motion. Rotary motion is also possible. I already told that in a high pressure molding line, for the rotary motion of drag, we are using normally, or rotary motion of coke, we are using that hydraulic motion, hydraulic motors, and this is nothing but a rotary motion. And in a clamping, considering CNC machine, that is vertical machining center, we are using hydraulic fixtures in which to improve the productivity and to reduce the non-productive time, we are using hydraulic fixtures in which clamping takes place with the help of hydraulic because high cutting forces are there. Considering pneumatic system, linear motion is possible to move the small weight components from one position to another position. Linear motion is used in a robot, in a gripping system, or that is end effector. Pneumatic grippers are there to grip the component and to pick from one point and to place to another point. Rotary motion is also possible in a pneumatic system, which are used in a foundry, in a parting line. There is a flash is there, and to remove that flash, that pneumatic grinders are used. And in a clamping, considering BIW, that is body in white fixturing, in which for welding purpose we are using clamps, pneumatic clamps. Then next advantage is a reliability. Hydraulic and pneumatic system are relatively reliable and can operate in a harsh environment. These hydraulic and pneumatic are reliable components are there, and the system is a reliable. There is no any hazardous or no any dangerous. It is a reliable system, and it can be operates in a harsh environment. It operates in any environment. It can be operated in a shop floor through that temperature near about 40. It is possible to operate this hydraulic and pneumatic system. There is no any problem for this system. And the next is cleanliness. Hydraulic and pneumatic systems are relatively clean and do not produce emission. Like in the engine power transmission system, emission is takes place. Burst or it generates emission, that engine generates emission. But in hydraulic and pneumatic system, it is a clean system and there is no any emission. So there is no any problem to the environment because of there is no any emission. These are the advantages of hydraulics and pneumatic system. We will see some applications of hydraulics and pneumatics. Hydraulics and pneumatics are used in a wide variety of applications which includes automobile. Hydraulic and pneumatic systems are used in automobile sector like hydraulic power steering, pneumatic brakes, air suspension. Previously that hydraulic power steering, there is a rack and pinion mechanism and there is which system is hectic for the driver, but with the help of that our hydraulic power steering, the system becomes easy for steering mechanism purpose. Then this system is also used in aerospace, that is hydraulic landing gear, pneumatic actuators for control surfaces. The majorly hydraulic and pneumatic systems are used in the manufacturing sector. We already told that mechatronic system is very important or automation is very important in the manufacturing sector. In the manufacturing sector, it is used in hydraulic presses, pneumatic tools, robotic arms. Like in hydraulic presses, like punching and blanking operation, high force is required. We will go with that hydraulic system. In a pneumatic tools, some pneumatic tools are there for nut bolt arrangement. We are rotating that nut in the bolt with the help of spanner, but with the help of pneumatic system or with the help of that rotary actuator, it is very easy to move the nut in the bolt. Also, it is used in robotic arms. I already told that in a gripper system, pneumatic systems are normally prepared for low weight component to pick and place. Also, it is used in a construction. hydraulic like hydraulic excavators, pneumatic jackhammers. Then hydraulic and pneumatic system plays a very important role in a medical devices also, like hydraulic surgical robots, pneumatic ventilation devices. Right now, automatic surgery is there through robot. So the system is used in a medical devices, medical fields, that hydraulic surgical robots and that pneumatic ventilation devices. The conclusion of hydraulic and pneumatic system is that hydraulic and pneumatics are essential technologies that are used in wide variety of applications. We already seen that it is used in wide varieties like aerospace, automobile, medical, manufacturing sector. Hydraulics and pneumatics are mature technology, but there is still room for innovation and development. These are the mature technology, but there is still improvement is needed. Just like in the servo drives, we are getting accuracy, but in hydraulic and pneumatic, we are not getting too much accuracy as per we are getting in the servo drives. Hydraulics and pneumatics are likely to play an increasingly important role in the future because in the future mechatronic systems are there, automation is there, and this hydraulics and pneumatics plays a major important role in the future. Thank you.